This is what a PlayStation 5 game should look like, but instead we're getting titles with graphics like this. Now usually I don't talk about graphics or stuff because my channel is purely focused on in-game lore, news and updates, but this game, my god, it really invigorated me to make this video. As you know, recently Death Stranding 2 released, another masterpiece by Hideo Kojima. Now, as we know, he takes full advantage of the technology of his time and makes a masterpiece. We saw that already with the Metal Gear franchise, and now we're seeing it with the Death Stranding franchise. In Death Stranding 2, you will not be able to differentiate between real life or in-game world. The game is so realistic. Take a look at this picture, for example. If you show this to a normal person who has little to no knowledge about video games, he will probably say that this is a real location. And the fun fact is that the entire game is made for PlayStation 5 and only for PlayStation 5. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and to be very honest, this is what an exclusive should feel like. If we're being more honest here, then I would have to say that much of the PS5 exclusives that we've had in the past did not feel like exclusives at all. Take a look at Marvel's Spider-Man 2, for example. The game from no angle looks like it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive or made for next gen. Yeah, there were a few advancements like the fast travel system and the character animations, but other than that, the graphics looked similar, even with ray tracing on. The same goes for GOW Ragnarok, although that game was made for both previous gen and new gen consoles. But Death Stranding 2 has so much advancements that you won't even feel like you're playing a PS5 game. There are a lot of things that I can talk about, but in my personal opinion, the best thing about the game is it has no loading screens. Like zero loading screens. Even if you're continuing your game from the main menu, there isn't a loading screen, you just jump right into the gameplay. I know this isn't any groundbreaking feature because games like God of War and God of War Ragnarok and Marvel Spider-Man 2 have all incorporated it. But this system is completely different. It fully utilizes the potential of the console which Sony promised us in 2020. Now, keeping this video short and to the point, I must ask the game developers that why are you charging $70 for a game that is similar to a game which was released for previous gen consoles? Now, I'm not saying that all of the games are like this. Some games are pretty awesome, but majority of the games released for PlayStation 5 are just either remasters or downgraded versions of sequels, either in graphics, animation, story, or even world building. The games don't feel like they're made for PlayStation 5. So aside from Grand Theft Auto 6 and this game, and let's just say a few others, there will only be a handful of games which will completely utilize the potential of PlayStation 5, and that'll be it. I usually make videos on Ubisoft video game or their titles, but now I decided to talk about this thing because it's been too much. Because a lot of the gamers in the world, aside from YouTubers, actually earn money and buy stuff which they think will be worth it, but instead the developers don't deliver the exact same experience on day one, and our money goes wasted. I'm not saying that they don't put effort and quality afterwards, but what's the point if you're using the players as your testers? Why not demand the same experience on day one? Am I right? So this is just my personal opinion. I think that games like Death Stranding 2 should be made more often, even if not in graphical quality, but in terms of optimization. Because if we talk about PC ports of these games, they rely more on DLSS or DLSS frame generation rather than actual rasterization. And in PlayStation 5, much of the time they're filled with bugs and glitches. Anyhow, drop your thoughts in the comment section below and I'll meet you there. Till then, take care and goodbye.